I would like to ask you, so like talking about the hardcore punk scene today, did you see like an evolution since when you started to now, or it's pretty much the same thing? What you think about it?
Well, I mean, you know, obviously, I think fundamentally it stays the same, but you know, obviously, you know, I'm older now. A lot of the young bands that are coming up now are younger, and the whole energy is the same, but you know, I think how you make music and all that stuff has changed, but I do think fundamentally when bands are doing it right, the energy and the idea is the same as it's always been, you know, which is to just you know, create for yourself, but to also be a part of a, you know, a part of a community, a part of your surroundings, your scene, help people come up, be good to each other, but it's all about live energy and music and doing things raw and real, you know?
Yeah, sure. And of course, you've been around for a while, and it's been since 2003 from the first album. What happened to the band from then till now? What's like the peak moments for the band?
You know, there's been a lot. It's like the cool thing to be able to look back on with the band is you kind of, you know, your records are like mile markers, you know. So our first record was, you know, pretty much our entire lives up until that point, you know, and then the major label record, Island Def Jam record, our second record was a big producer, and you know, like we all kind of had like a little bit more extra, you know, anxiety and energy about that record, but we were also like kind of just starting to peak as a band, so that was an interesting time too. And then we, you know, we had that whole record cycle, and our third record was us at our own studio in Van Nuys, you know, just doing our own thing. So, you know, there's been so many moments throughout the band's career that have been just awesome, and you know, we're fortunate enough to where we haven't really had that many like lows, you know what I mean? Like we've had mostly highs, or you know, we've kind of been able to stay consistently because we work our asses off, you know what I mean?
Band right now, like high or low?
High, yeah, because I mean we're celebrating 20 years. This is our 20th year, you know, so that's a huge accomplishment.
What's going on right now for the 20 years of the first album?
I mean, it's like we're doing some stuff in the States, we're doing stuff over here. We haven't been able to tour Europe in, man, like since pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
Like it's been at least 3 years, you know, so it feels great to be over here. It feels good to be back in Italy for sure. But you know, the band is I mean, when you're a band like the Bronx and you're celebrating 20 years of being able to, you know, make records, tour the world, play live, you know, you have friends that you're able to create with and push each other with. It's a lifetime, you know, bond, and it's an experience that not a lot of people get to understand and achieve. So that in itself is probably the greatest thing we got going right now.
And about, like, for example, you talked about pandemic. Let's talk about Six. Did it impact the record somehow, or was it like?
No,
was it like
so what we did
to promote, or
no? Well, okay, so here's what happened with Six. So we recorded that record before the pandemic. I think we recorded it in 2019. We were gonna come out right. We were gonna drop it right. It was supposed to come out like in April or May of 2020. But obviously, you know, so everything happened and we decided not to put it out, and I felt so bad because there were so many bands that put out records that just got annihilated, you know, because the pandemic was crazy, you know, for everybody. So we decided to hold off on it, so we didn't put anything out for 2020. 2021 came around and we were like, okay, I don't know, like we at some point we got to put out the record, you know, so we decided to kind of put it out in a way that was kind of based around like a song by song release, so because we couldn't tour, so we figured we released the record one song at a time, month by month, and just kind of work it for a whole year. And it was exhausting and stressful, but it worked and it was cool. We were able to collaborate with a bunch of different people, different artists and stuff for, you know, different ideas on different songs. So it ended up being a really cool project, but you know, it was a lot, you know. But that's the thing that I love about being in this band, and I love about punk and hardcore. It's just like, okay, we've got to find a solution let's find a creative solution, let's find a cool solution, and let's execute it ourselves and make it happen. Reaching, you know, like we reached out to everyone, Esteban Oriol, Dabs Milo, all the artists. We were all just asking them ourselves, friendship that we had over the years, and we made it happen, you know. And that's what, one thing that's just above all in this band is that we don't give up, you know. If we get some difficult circumstances thrown our way, we adjust and we keep going.
And finally you're back, and welcome back to Italy as well.
Yeah.
How was the crowd out there? How was the feeling?
It was awesome, man. It was cool. You know, we've only done a handful of Italian shows. I think we were here with the Hives. I know we were here with Rise Against. I think we came through with El Bronx with Gogol Bordello. But we don't get to play Italy enough. You know, it's
the same.
Yeah. It's every time we come here, it gets better and better. Yeah, I know. Well, we will. I mean, hopefully now that, you know, European touring for U.S. bands especially is kind of back in the mix. You know, it's so crazy expensive right now, but you just gotta, you know, you gotta play music. So, but we're stoked to be over here, and hopefully we'll be over here more.
Of course. Why do you think Monster Energy and the Bronx are a great match? It's a great match.
You know, I think it's because Monsters, you know, they're always trying to be part of the community. They're always trying to be part of, you know, art, music, you know, action sports, whatever it is. And for us, you know, for people, for a company as big as Monster to look at a band like the Bronx and like say, hey, we want you to be a part of this, we want to help you guys out, we want to sponsor you guys and allow you to do your thing, that's really cool, because a lot of people out there might not realize this, but there's not a lot of companies doing that. You know, there really isn't. So it's really cool that they take an interest in music and art, like on a real level, you know, and they're always reaching out to help. So, you know, we're stoked for them because, you know, not only everyone there that we know that works there is really cool, but they help us out, you know, like they help us out to be able to tour, to be able to play shows. So, you know, it's an awesome relationship.
And do you have a flavor, like a favorite flavor?
There's the white one that I used to drink all the time. That's the only one that I really drink on a regular. That's like the no sugar, that one's the best one. Ciao, Italy. It is an honor to be here. The Bronx loves you, and we had a great time at the festival today. Hopefully we'll see you at some more shows in the near future.